So it's my second video today. I literally been almost feeling almost scared to move from this spot. It's been so comfortable. Um, guess I'm just thinking about, well, I was researching some stuff or whatever regarding the guy who came and knocked on my door talking about his mom passed and this, that, and the third, and I was just trying to find some other stuff and came across the fact that his mom got the same, I guess, maiden name or something as the boy's so-called dad. Um, like I said, that number, that infamous number, been trying to peak for the past 2 days or so. Just it was faint, but still it was trying to peak. And then now, of course, I had a dream yesterday about him. Well, with him in it. Excuse me, it's not about him. With him in it, and then yeah, so I come across that, and she got the same name as that, and then I think right before that I had just seen that name too on something else. Oh yeah, I did. I seen it. You know, of course, it's a town in Florida, or city or whatever that's got that same name. And I'm like, so I'm telling y'all, the Tyrese mode. What more do you want from me? I don't have nothing to offer. I don't have nothing to give you. I can't do it. And I don't, you know, as long as God allow me, I refuse. I don't want to help him. I don't feel them desires toward him. I always say, you know, if only if he had ever been the last man on walking this earth, that'd be something totally different. But he's not. um, and I don't care nothing about none of that. Um, some things too coming up regarding people with this that share the same last name and pretty much, you know, bloodline. It could be not even bloodline. It could be spouses, but same last name or whatever. And um Um, yeah, something coming up about that. That's all I can say. But yeah, just to see his name back to back, and I don't know if that coupled with last names and stuff has some type of significance. Because of course I desired to have his last name at one point in time and wanted to be with him and stuff like that, and you know, and just knew that we was just without the exchange of the last name. At this point, I'm glad I still got the the same last name as my kids, but the only way his last name I feel like could benefit me is if I'm be the one in charge of that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, but even you know, I feel like I don't even have to have that um in order for my boys to be taken care of. So that's just I don't know what it is, but I probably feel like I don't even want to know what it is. Like for real, I just want to carry on like I've been carrying on and get my life. Continue getting my life. Hey, I just knew that this video was uploaded. And it's saying 0% uploaded. Anyway, I can go back and read the dreams that I had over the past few days or whatever. I mean, barely makes me anything out of my mind except for, you know, I don't know if dude who knocked on my door yesterday is symbolic or significant of, you know, the way you rushed to tell me that your mom died or whatever. And I know it don't got nothing to do with me. I know, you know, that's significant of how the boy's so-called dad was clinging to his mom and stuff like that. Um, but like, I'm not trying to say it's like the most unhealthy thing to have a relationship with your mom. But I'm just saying it comes a point in time where a man is supposed to be a man and grow up. But anyway, so I'm gonna read this again because I had this on Monday. Here it is Tuesday. Some dream where I was in a house, a location unfamiliar. My hair was all over my head like I had just been lounging, or sleeping or whatever. The pastor that my daughter got baptized by and that I was under at one point in time was in the dream. Oh, and then he got the same last name as dude whose mama recently died on what, June the 4th or whatever. But yeah, his mom died on the 4th. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, he got the same last name as as like I said, dude whose mom just died or whatever. I'm just now reading this again and noticing that. So that person was in a dream, sitting in a closet, maybe watching a video or a movie with a girl named Isabel in it. I don't know what the heck that got to do with anything. With a tattoo on her forehead. I don't even know what the tattoo was. Maybe watching Harry Potter as well. And you know, Harry Potter got sorcery and stuff like that. And he was doing it in a closet. So I don't know if you're doing witchcraft in a closet or if you just observing it. I don't know. And then I said, I think the boy's so-called dad was under a blanket or wrapped up in one and was naked. And like I probably was laying on like a couch or something, and he was laying on the floor wrapped up in the blanket. So I'm at a higher place, he was at a low place, but I'm right there, near. Maybe I tried to touch on his naked body. He was telling me to go get him some clothes to put on, and I was trying to find some in some stacks of clothes. Also, it's crazy as to me, what stands out to me is that Tisha Campbell, which is Jennifer Martin, was in the dream about to pack up and leave. And maybe Martin was in there trying to mess with her and joke. I saw puzzles, like 3D puzzles that you put pieces together and build outward. I was wanting the boys' so-called dad to go ahead and leave. This time I'm feeling now. And he was saying all of his clothes were at his first daughter's. I'm believing his first daughter's mom, but like I said, it could be his sister. But it could be a subtle way to say his sister, but I think it's his first daughter's mom. But again, with all the trickery and stuff that's been going on, it could be. I mean, they play with the spiritual type and they play with the natural. He kept saying he was cold and wrapped up in some blanket. When I say I do not care nor have no sympathy in real life, and I was trying to help him gather whatever things he was supposed to have so he could go. Furthermore, why was he at any location I was at? Like, I was not feeling like this before about this man, but he definitely, his actions and or lack thereof have definitely helped me to change my mindset. And so I was like, okay. So let me go back again to any dreams that I had regarding this other person. So my daughter evidently was somewhere with him in 2018, November 2018, so he can really cook it. He just made some burgers and making it. Oh, okay. That was November of 2018, so then this is, using his car and taking him to work. April 5th, 2018. Okay, okay. I'm just saying, like, okay. Um, go back to Saturday. I don't know. I guess that's June the 4th when it happened or whatever. Baby. Right now, the messages are saying, but that's June the 1st. Then it says Saturday. So that would be, I don't know if that's June the 2nd or what. Anyway, he showed up about 5 minutes ago banging on my door, 8:54 p.m., 6/4/2020. Oh, okay, I did put 6/4/2022. I didn't open, but was about to check. I checked the camera, didn't even ask who is this. Saw a guy with black hat and t-shirt on. Could tell it was him. Then saw him getting, and that's the other. That's what I was going to talk about. It's the spirit of people knocking on my door and banging on my door, and the fact that the boys' dad used to always do that, knock on my door. Well, he used to ring my doorbell like crazy, but even bang on the door, bang on the window, trying to get in and stuff when he had a key before, and he's giving it back, and and that's why I'm so, I guess, like almost traumatized, almost not, I know that it is what it is. People gotta knock on the door to contact you if necessary. But yeah, he would just do it, honey, and he did not have to. He could have freely walked in here. He had the key and stuff like that. And he one time gave it back, threw it back, and to go across the street and make a scene with them relatives. And I'm just like, even if you would have put it down and then you wouldn't have even went across the street and made a scene with them relatives and stuff, that probably would have saved you some with me. But you did that. That was just entirely too much, and it's just like, so, that bothers me too when somebody knock on my door. Not that I think it's him anymore, because, honey, he just ain't been, but, I don't want to be surprised if he ever tries to or whatever. But that's the other thing, though. Just, yeah, I always would knock on my door, just knocking, 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 knocking. And so now when people just try to bang down my door, I'll be like, if y'all don't take y'all asses on, it reminds me of that type of spirit that he was in and operating in. And it just bothers me. So that's what it was that I was trying to remember. So yeah, stop knocking on my door. Didn't even ask who this is. Saw a guy with a black hat and t-shirt on. Tell it was him. Then saw him get in his white car and leave. By the time I put my scarf on and went to the door, he was pulling out. I got this cough again. I don't know what it is. He was pulling out and he didn't hear me yelling out at him. So he kept going. Don't know what that's about. That's 5 months after having a dream about him. Also, my grandma is dead, so what does he want? Plus, I'm not your blood. I'm not bloodline. I'm not biologically connected to him, so dismissed. Anyway, um, so that was that. Let me go all the way back, April 4th, 2020. I was saying I don't really want to talk to my grandma. I do feel like there's a point that needs to be proven because I kept getting snippets of our conversation on my voicemail, where she was talking about selling pills with dude. So I guess they was in that type of cahoots together, whatever. Hey, I'm not mad. Y'all working together to provide or make a way for your household, but I didn't know nothing about that. And I know they wasn't. I'm sure they was, medicinal pills and stuff like that. But talking about, and then she was talking about me. She referenced that person and only calling when I need something. I didn't know it was an issue, and yeah, whatever. I was talking about that. So I mentioned him. This was June 27, 2020. I said my grandma kept calling yesterday, and it was the boys' so-called dad's birthday on that day in 2020 to bring that shampoo or to ask me if I wanted it. She called over and over and then showed up. Then my son almost got caught out there, and I, got him back in. She was in the house, in front of the house beeping. I had also seen her pass by a few days before that, her and dude. I guess she was taking him to work. Okay. Then this is the time after my grandma died, February the 20th, right? A day before my son's birthday. He stopped by today while I was cleaning up, sweeping up in the living room. It was a broom that him and my, I don't know if I need to get rid of that. I wasn't trying to, but I can. My grandma got me that time. He didn't stay long. Tried rushing off. I let him in the house as opposed to keeping him out. The boys didn't come up and speak to him at all. For whatever reason, they didn't want to come. And I called him like 2 times. And then my son shared with me that he didn't want to see him for some reason. I had been thinking about and then really I go off of what my kids, when it happens like that, I go off of how my kids are. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they don't want to see him for a reason. They could tell something. So I ain't even let him in this time or nothing like that. So yeah, he asked about the family. Have I talked to my mom and stuff like that? And I just kept it real. And he said he was staying with his mama, and but moving to such and such. I don't know if when she died, he was staying with her then, or had he already moved. So then my birthday. So I'm dreaming about my daughter taking part of all of that. Okay. Then I said, seems like she was here at the house with us. Also, dreamed that dude showed up at my front door, which he did on June the 4th, which is what, 5 minutes later. And I told him he looked nice, maybe hugged him. And I don't know if that was the spiritual type thing. And he seemed taller and was dressed in a suit or church clothes. That could indicate going to a funeral or something like that. I also dreamed that I saw somebody at a bus stop. It seemed like over near Auntie. She had lots of braids in her hair. I reached out to hug her and speak as I passed by, and she made it seem like she didn't have time to hug me because the bus was coming, so I didn't make physical contact. Only seeing her in passing, tried to initiate convo with her. I don't think she noticed me. First, I noticed her. Okay, moving on. And one, well, it ain't no other incident, but anyway, so that's that. Those are those occurrences or whatever. And again, even though I didn't make no type of physical contact, I made the the verbal contact. I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't know what this dream is with the boys of so-called dad popping up in my dreams and stuff. We actually seeing him. Like I said, he seemed like he reminded me of the dude who got abused by a baby mama and stuff like that. And again, like I said, that he's the one that he will put her abuse or whatever on display, but he not gonna show his subtle way that he stirred it up, initiated, and worse. So with that, I don't know, but that's what he was reminding me of. And baby, I ain't been abusive to him, so, and I don't ever consider myself a baby mama anyway, but wasn't me, so don't, you know. I don't know which one of your and baby mamas done abused you, if that's the case. And if they did, maybe they got a reason to, and don't bring that around me. But of course, dude was toxic, and old girls toxic too. Who they say abused him and stuff. Well, who he made it seem like. But I think she was said she cheated on him. He cheated on her. She said she interacted with both of them in the same day, and just all that unhealthy stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know, parts don't bring that over here around me, and that's why I say it's the trickery of it all, where you'll try to pull, oh yeah, well I'm gonna act like something is so. It's that Ted Bundy effect. I'm gonna act like something is so wrong with me, or even if it is something wrong with me, I'm gonna just make it. I'm gonna draw it out deeper to make her have sympathy for me and be able to open up. Baby, I don't want it. I am good on it. That's why I don't want my eyes to deceive me, my ears or nothing like that, my heart. I'm good. But I need to get up and be good enough to go check on my kids though. Cause I ain't been out there. My youngest son sent me a message on Facebook. He was like, your door was locked, and I'm just saying, hey. And I thought that was so sweet. But I be having to tend to myself and get myself straight. But sometimes before I even interact with them. So with that said, I'm off this thing for a sec. Be back soon, sooner or later.